right, we're going to talk real quick about the dead step. So we know a lot of athletes find this when they exit the blocks or they initiate some acceleration or whatever it is, and there's that feeling where the hips drop and the athlete loses their position, and they generally don't understand why. And the reality is everything is related to where the foot contacts the ground. So when the athlete pushes out of the blocks and drives, that front foot is creating all the power. The back foot is a fast, quick movement, but where the back foot lands is very indicative of what's going to happen steps 3, 4, 5, and all the way down the track. If that back foot lands too far in front of the hip, we have to bend somewhere. The knee joint is obviously not as stable as the hip, so generally what happens is we get a buckle at the knee and we get that feeling of a dead step. The other way the dead step happens is when the athlete pulls the back foot too soon and it comes through before the extension, the triple extension has happened on the front foot, and now it has to go somewhere. It's sitting in the air and it's like, I don't know what to do, and so it pushes out to the side. It has nowhere else to go. It can't go on the ground and be a braking mechanism, so it finds a place to go, pushes out to the side. Great opportunity for a coach to watch an athlete, mostly from the side, but whenever they're doing accelerations, generally walk around to the front and pay attention to what's going on. So Moose is going to show us a little bit of a dead step. So the first one, he'll let the back foot drift out in front, and you'll see him buckle a little bit. Go ahead. So that foot's now landed out in front. Let's go back a step though. Why did that happen? Okay, and what you'll find is when your athlete sets up and they push off the front foot and this right hand is driving down, the back arm comes through and it gets long and it takes the foot with it and it drifts it all the way out here. The foot's going to react to what the arm's doing. So when your athlete comes back and they feel that dead step and you're wondering why it happened, always take a step back in the process. Figure out what that hand's doing. That foot's going to follow the hand. So if I allow the extension at the elbow to get long, the foot's going to follow it. If the athlete comes across the body with the hand, that foot's going to be forced out to the side. So we'll have Moose do one where he takes the hand and comes across the body a little bit, follows the foot with it. Go ahead. And we see Moose comes through, that foot drifts all the way out to the side, the hips drop, and now he has two problems. He's not in a position of power because the hips dropped, but he also has to now recenter himself in the lane, so we get a zigzag effect. Now we're back here, this foot has now dropped out of position and the hip is not in a position of power over the foot. So this is a common error, and generally it's an error where an athlete isn't thinking about all the pieces. They've forgotten the hands or they've forgotten the push through the leg and they've drifted this foot through, but it's part of the process. Is why we teach everything in progression. Start with my walk-ins, build to the 2 points, build to the 3 points, then put the athlete in the block.